boy Big T don't miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On the hard thing, out of Alabama, you can add Nick say.
Now our feature presentation.
Yo, I done met a lot of niggas in my lifetime. You can't keep it real with everybody, my nigga. Everybody ain't solid, everybody ain't 100. For real. Stick to your motherfucking self. These niggas ain't what they say they is. Know that? I do this shit for my brothers and everybody that done died for us. Niggas saying they gon' ride, when the time came, they ain't ride for us. Hitting licks on some hot shit with the same click, you a 5 buzz. Niggas switched up like a bitch, so they'll die for you, but they lied to us. Make room for the real, all that other shit ain't got time for it. Mama still paying bills, till I get a meal, I'ma grind for it. Record labels all fake and gay, I won't sell my soul, I won't sign for it. Really cut from a different cloth, and new niggas only piss me off. Come around like they really down, but they only around cause they mooching off it. Niggas pussy beat the coochie off it. Listen up when the truth is talking. Real niggas got morals, and the lame niggas don't hate. Rob, who take what? Bitch, I'm riding around with that cake. Riding around with that long K, fuck a Draco, yeah, it's wartime. We ain't doing no drive-bys, if you try mine, we knocking doors down. I ain't saying I'm the biggest nothing, but if we got a problem, I'ma handle that. Loud talk gon' get crunny smacked. Turn this fat ass to a punching bag. Niggas saying it's don't go when they see a nigga. Well, bitch, I'm a lunching pad. Hot shit for you fuck niggas. All love for the real niggas. Even if a nigga went blind and got paralyzed, I wouldn't feel niggas. See the pain in my city eyes that they traumatized and they still getting it. Forever smoke on Mac bands. Long live smoking bean. But most of all, the one that hurt the most, goddamn nigga to the king. Wake me up, I know it's all a dream, but this real life and I'm stating facts. If I said it, nigga, then I meant it, nigga. If it's out my mouth, I won't take it back. Rap niggas know what's going on. I'm the hottest shit since Tupac. I'm in Tupac and I'm too hot. Nigga, you not, I'm a fuse box. Yeah, nigga, I control shit. Y'all ain't better than my old shit. Tell them folks on no shit, on oh shit, this bullshit. I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live. Well, I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. The closer homie can be your biggest hater, and I ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, but them niggas sour, cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss. I'm only here to get it real. If I ain't done it, I ain't speaking on me. Wake them up, cause it's real. You can't learn shit cause you sleeping on me. Own homie tried to steal from me. The same one that said he killed for me. I never trust another soul going down that road, I be done killed something. Taking food out my kids' mouth will be the quickest way I catch a bid for something. Understand you gotta live for something, or you gon' die trying to live for nothing. Every dollar ain't meant to be chased, my nigga. Be patient, it's really coming. You don't work, you don't eat. I'm grinding hard, losing sleep. I'm taking drugs to take the pain away, but somehow this shit getting weak. And the fact that niggas so quick to try you in these streets and thinking shit sweet. Niggas fast, they gon' fleet. In the meantime, I found my own grind, I got my own shine, and I spend my money on my own time. Bitch! I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. The closer homie can be your biggest hater, they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down, with them niggas sour, cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss.
What's the word? It's your boy, the Alabama Hitter, and you are now tuned in to Hit Squad TV. Yes, sir. Let's go. live and direct from Birmingham, Alabama, man. We got to get into this one, man. We got to get into it, fam. Diddy done beat them folk, man. Man, I tell you, this is what I was talking about, fam. When you fashion the laws to fit your narrative. You know what I'm saying? G Money, what it do, man? Angel the real boss, Dotson Jones, salute to you. Mystery, what's going on, man? Flower Bloom, salute to you. Herb said it. Herb said it. After all of that rigmarole, as the old folks say, after all of that rigmarole, all that madness, all that malarkey, they trying to get this man 5 years. I don't think it's gonna even be that much, man. You know what I'm saying? A year and a day sound more feasible. Like for real. A year and a day sound more feasible, fam. Javette, what's going on with it? Yeah. It's crazy because this is status quo for Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Another mission accomplished.
MTV, I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next?
It's so crazy. It is so crazy, fam. G Money said time served. And that could be true. That could be true. I for some reason I don't think they're gonna let him off that easy. But I will say I believe when the verdict was read, he was gonna go home today. I think the judge even believed he was going home today. You know what I'm saying? And between then and now, something changed. And we're gonna get into all of that. Chocolate, what's going on with you, fam? Salute to you. Yeah, between then and now, something changed. And yeah, we gotta get into it, fam. I guess we'll start with this right here. We'll start with our sidebar. Yeah, man. But y'all lock in. We finna go over this Diddy content and whatever else y'all want to talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much an open panel. This is crazy. This is crazy. And yeah, you know, a lot of not only her, some other people sent messages in too. So it was just wild, fam. It was just wild. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get into it.
We have a verdict in the Sean Diddy Combs criminal case after all of these weeks. And if you thought that was the only major decision of the day, you would be wrong. We're going to talk about what happened on this absolutely monumental day in court. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
It's some wild shit, man.
Law and Crime legal alert. Did you know that children are being
All
diagnosed?
right, let's get to it.
Invitation to engage in prostitution. Jane, guilty. That was the historic verdict out of the Sean Diddy Combs criminal court today. A split verdict after almost 13 hours of deliberations and weeks of testimony and evidence and arguments. The 12 jurors acquitted Sean Combs of the more severe charges, the ones that carried the stiffest prison sentence, potentially 15 years to life in prison, but convicted him of the Mann Act charges, which, by the way, carry up to 10 years in prison each, although I will tell you in a filing today from the government, it appears the sentencing range they're looking for is 51 to 63 months, so 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, so the feds is asking 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? The defense is asking, what, 21 months? He already got 10 months served. You know what I'm saying? They gonna meet midway between that. You know what I'm saying? I honestly believe. But this nigga beat him. And I told y'all, man, the Rico situation, it wasn't Ricoing for your boy, man. Just real talk. You know, you got to have some co-conspirators. And they never charged the co-conspirators. D-Rock, Uncle Paulie, KK, never brought them folks up. Well, they brought them up. They never brought them in. That's a problem.
However, there is no mandatory minimum. So would the judge go lower? We'll talk about what the defense is asking for too. And also, whatever the sentences are, would he combine the sentences consecutively, one after another? Maybe, maybe not. A lot of questions, but I'll tell you what, you would think that the verdict would be just the only big part of today. You would think that's the only major decision. Not the case, because we got to talk about what happened later on in the day, the bail hearing. Right after the verdict, it was a question of should Sean Combs be granted release while awaiting sentencing, which the judge set today, by the way, sort of set the sentencing date. I'll talk more about that as well. But I mean, let's talk about Sean Combs. He's been locked up since September 2024. He's been denied bail.
Chocolate, I don't know if it worked like that. Just be honest. You know what I'm saying? This got to run its course, and then they can come and file paperwork for another, you know what I'm saying, situation. But yeah, I don't think it worked like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm out the loop, but I don't think it worked like that. Here the 12 New York people seen the play, and I told y'all from day one, these folks was pro Diddy. The whole jury was pro Diddy, fam. And when they came back yesterday with the verdict on 4 charges and was hung up on the 5th one, you know, it looked bad. Just to be honest, when they come back that quick with verdicts on them charges, man, it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And he was hung up on that RICO. And yeah. But hey, listen. The way this went down, crazy work. And I'm gonna tell you, he said it happened to Weinstein. But I'm gonna tell you this. This is an embarrassment to the state of New York. Not only to the state, but to the federal government. You know what I'm saying? I think they was chasing their tail on this one. And you know what I'm saying? Is he a horrible person? Yes. Did he do some horrible things to them people? Yes. Yeah. But in the same token, fam, they case one rock solid. How you bring up all of these people? This man don't bring up not one witness to speak up for him and beat it. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, man. Salute to him. You know what I'm saying? They say money can't beat the feds, but you use that money in the right way, you see what's happening. 10 lawyers, all on go. And like Herb said, it's looking like it's going to be 5. They might meet it halfway for 3. We never know. Judge Subterranean, whatever the hell his name is, he just got a lot of pressure put on him today with all these letters being sent in from alleged victims.
At each turn, there was a change of circumstances here. He had just been acquitted of 3 of the charges. So could he make bail? We're going to talk about it. All right, so to discuss the hearing and more, let me bring on once again, hopefully not for the last time, but we're at basically the end of this case until sentencing, joined once again by Law and Crimes in Court reporter Elizabeth Milner. Great to see you. First of all, your reaction to the verdict. Is this what you expected? Because let's really briefly explain what happened yesterday that, you know, we thought it kind of gave us a
Do that really hurt him, though? I said this as well. This has been a gigantic shaming. What they say in Illuminati terms? Y'all know what the term is. It's escaping me right now. This is a gigantic shaming. Y'all give me the word. Y'all know what it is. Feds usually win 90% of their cases, but this is because nobody want to fight them. You know what I'm saying? This is like a David Goliath situation. You know, everybody don't want to fight Goliath. They're gonna lay down. But if you got the money, you know what I'm saying? Save it for David. That's all I'm saying. Divine Black Rose. Salute to you, fam.
preview into what would happen today. Not necessarily so.
Yeah, I was not going to lie, Jesse, a little surprised by the verdict in that I really kind of thought there was a really strong case for count 2, that obviously being sex trafficking as it relates to Cassie Ventura. And that was only because of the questions that the jury was asking when they were bringing some notes back. And that was kind of in relation to what had happened at specific instances that the government point out were allegations of sex trafficking. So I thought because of the tone that was inside the courtroom, the way the family was getting a little bit emotional sitting inside the gallery, even Diddy's demeanor, for the most part, we've seen him kind of really keep up his spirits. But yesterday was really a time where we kind of saw, I think, the weight weighing in on him, that it's possible a conviction on some of the more serious charges were going to happen. And so when the jury came back not guilty on count 1, 2, and 4, I was a little surprised, especially to count 2, but I do respect the jury's decision. They spent a lot of time listening to this case, listening to all the testimony, listening to all the evidence, and that was the verdict that they had rendered.
Yeah.
Humiliation ritual. This was a humiliation ritual of epic proportions. Epic proportions. Now, he get to sit and wait and see what type of, Exactly. That's it. And this is what I've been saying from day one. If he beat it, this was a gigantic humiliation ritual. Hey, Hitter. And Hitter, you humiliation ritual or something else? Because that's what I was thinking of. That's exactly what I was thinking of. And yeah, this is not about. A lot of people feel like this is a situation, a Me Too situation. Like one of the popular YouTube bloggers, she all under fire, facing all type of scrutiny because she's standing on that situation. Like this was America don't care about abused women. No, America don't care about abused women that be alone for the play and cry wolf when it's time. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And hate me for it. But I know what I saw. I saw Cassie Ventura setting up these free calls. I see can't call her name. Jane Doe setting up these free calls. Willing to do these free calls to achieve stature and rank. You know what I'm saying? Trying to edge out the next female. Jane Doe didn't care about what she was doing in them bedrooms, long as she was outshining Young Miami and Gina and everybody else this man had in his Rolodex. Salute the Hitter and the squad. Diddy still receives 7 to 12 years, trust and believe. And nah, they ain't even asking for 7, bro. They asking for 5. You know what I'm saying? I think he may do less than 5. He might get drug rehab program service order. The jury only seen a victim in that hallway and the elevator. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Just think the jury seen more than us. The jury seen through this. I mean, you can see through a lot of this stuff, man. You got people up there lying, people up there that didn't rehearse they testimony with Cassie. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. And like I always tell y'all, I'm a diehard Tupac Shakur fan. I do not like Diddy. But damn, this is about right and wrong at some point. At some point, it got to be about right and wrong when folks just lining up to lie on you, not all of them scared. What the hell, man? This shit is crazy, man. But yeah, they played Diddy to the left with a big laugh. Absolutely. And they thought they were finna bury this dude, and he beat it. And they like, oh my God. Now they got their lawyers sending letters in to the judge. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Yeah, exactly. So he ain't out the woods. And man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't buy it. I don't buy the Stockholm syndrome. I just don't. I just don't. Yeah. Nah, it ain't even that, man. It's certain situations that you can find yourself into. And you know what I mean by that? It's certain situations that people be going for. Like, damn, you was with somebody when you got into this situation, you you were deceitful toward them, cut them off because you because you wanted to get into a situation where you thought you could level up. Hell, when people were telling this woman to leave, what did woman say? Well, shit, who am I date? Jay-Z already taken. That let you know she was on a gigantic clout chase, fam. You know I love you, chocolate, but these folk clout chasing, trying to increase their stature. And they just got double crossed. They got they got hit with the 52 fake out.
I wasn't surprised that they found him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. We have been saying since for weeks on this show that felt like a straightforward path to conviction. Wasn't surprised not guilty with Jane, given some of the gray areas of her testimony, but also the jury didn't even ask for one readback of her testimony or anything to do with her testimony. So it made me think they might have already been decided there. I was surprised about Cassie Ventura sex trafficking just because like you said, the readback of that testimony. And then shortly thereafter, they came back yesterday and said, we have a verdict on that charge. So I thought they're convinced. And when it came to racketeering, I thought they were still going to be hung because they said they.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be a hung jury. So the way this works, Schmitty G, these charges run congruent. So whatever you get on the first charge, you're gonna run that on the second charge at the same time. That's why, they shooting for like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Cypress TV in the building. What's up with you, big home? Yeah. Lock Diddy up and free R. Kelly. Damn. Damn. Precious said he deserves whatever the judge give him, but it wasn't what they was making it out. It was not what they was making it out to be, fam. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. I'm telling you. You right, sir. You right. Sight, what up with it, man? What's going on with you? Let's get through this.
They were at an impasse yesterday. It seemed like based on their note, there was no way that would change. The judge told them to continue deliberating. They come back today, and like in an hour, they come back not guilty on racketeering. I'm not really sure what that split ultimately will be. Maybe the jurors will speak out and we'll hear. Got to ask you about Diddy's reaction. Okay, so we have courtroom sketches of what it looked like. You were in there. What was his reaction to the verdict?
Oh, he was very pleased with the verdict. Obviously, I think for the defense and the defendant, that being Sean Combs, I think obviously they would have wanted an acquittal on all the charges. But I think given that they weren't a conviction on the more serious charges of RICO conspiracy and sex trafficking as it relates to Cassie in one charge and Jane in another charge, I think overall Combs was very, very pleased with the jury, to the point where I saw him kind of mouth a little thank you to the jurors as they were still sitting kind of in the jury box, as they were kind of leaving for the end of their day. Obviously, we still have some more matters to address for our end. But in terms of just his reaction, even his family's reaction, Jesse, I think they were so happy knowing that there's such a strong possibility that their father will come home. Obviously, he would have been convicted on
Hey, they got these folk looking crazy as hell, man. Whoever drawing this shit, they got a sense of humor out this world. They got Diddy with the yellow eyes. Lord have mercy. Chocolate said, all I gotta say is the movie, man. Listen, they better put this bitch on the big screen in IMAX. Nigga, go watch this shit. This shit finna be 4 hours long. I'm just saying, real talk. I need to see every last bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Lucky me, what it do, big homie. Salute to you, fam.
more serious charges.
Y'all hit that like
button,
button, fam.
But given that he was only convicted on count 3 and 5, that being the Mann Act, it seems like, given that it comes with a lesser penalty and sentencing, I think the family is like, yes, our father is coming home, our loved one is coming home, and we hope to see him very, very soon.
And talk about a reaction outside that courthouse. My gosh, what has been going on out there? There's what, verbal disputes, people spraying things. What is, just give us a brief summary of what you've witnessed outside that courthouse after the verdict.
I witnessed a lot, Jesse. A lot was going on. There was kind of, I will even say, pandemonium after the verdict was read. And outside, a lot of Diddy supporters, a lot of people who are kind of with the Free Diddy, I wouldn't say movement, but I guess, they believed in his innocence. They were very pleased, even thinking that it was a possibility he just walk outside of that courthouse at some point. But it was a lot of commotion. I did see some people getting to some heated debates, especially in relation to Cassie. I saw some people getting very upset because they believed that the government was trying to take a good man down who did a lot for the culture. Those types of conversations were being had from a lot of people in the public. I even saw some kind of weirder things, and that being people squirting baby oil on themselves. And one of the reporters even got some on her shirt by one of the people who were kind of over in that area. And so a lot was going on, to the point that I think the courthouse police were just kind of like, okay, we need everybody to calm down. They have barricades going all the way down the street. I think in the event that Sean Combs would have walked out of that courthouse, it would have just been straight chaos.
This shit is like a city. This is like a city festival, fam. They got barricades. I'm surprised they ain't selling funnel cakes and turkey legs, man. This shit is crazy. This was the absolute circus the whole time. You got the Free Diddy people out there with the t-shirts on. And then when the man got acquitted of the RICO, these folks out there spraying and skeeting baby oil on each other. You can't make this shit up, man.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
I think outside, but for the most part, especially with that not happening around that time frame, that a lot of people, especially his supporters, were very pleased. And obviously for some, they were a little disappointed with the verdict, but for most that we could see here at the courthouse, a lot seemed pleased by today's decision.
So, Elizabeth, let's talk about what happened next, because right after the verdict, it goes into the idea of, can he be released on bail? Okay, and the judge set a hearing for 5 p.m. So later on today, you literally, at the time of this recording, just got out of there. Remember, from a legal point of view, the burden is on the defense to show that Sean Combs is not a danger or won't flee. What was the judge's decision, and why did the judge decide that?
Well, given that the top of our show, Jesse, or the top of your show, because it's a sidebar presented by Law and Crime with the host of Jesse Weber, but given at the top of the show that we didn't announce that Sean Combs walked out of this courthouse, I think it was kind of a little bit of a spoiler for the viewers here that the judge decided to keep him behind bars until his sentencing hearing. So I did see kind of a little bit of disappointment from both Sean Combs and his family after the judge made his decision. So the judge said that the jury convicted the defendant on count 3 and 5, that being the Mann Act. He says bail is denied because the government correctly noted that detention is mandatory and it's not appropriate for Sean Combs to be released on bail given the charges that he's still been convicted of. And so the judge says that they disagree with the defense's argument, saying that any felony under 117, and Jesse, you probably know that more than me, requires detention. And he said even if the defendant is required to not be likely to present a danger to the community, the judge even kind of pointing out just some of what we had heard during the trial, where the defense conceded that the defendant, Sean Combs, was violent. The judge said, we own the domestic violence. That was a word that he took from the transcript because Mark Agnifilo had said that in open court. He told the jurors that. He told them that multiple times. And the judge pointed it out multiple times from the transcript.
Mm-hmm. Why would you tell them folks, yes, we own the domestic violence part of it. Yes, he beat these chicks up. That's crazy. That's crazy. And they quoted your defense lawyer. But anyway, either way it go, from what they saying, the charges that he did get convicted of, the smaller charges, you cannot get a bond on. So that's crazy. A 20 mil settlement in 24 hours with your ex will make the feds look okay, sir. Cypress, what it do, man?
What's going on here?
You can't call it, Brody. How you doing, man?
Man, it's chilling.
Yeah, man. We got to get it to the Diddy content, man. Hey, man. put a jacket on. Don't get none of this baseball
He
on you.
says that the defendant's concession of domestic violence wasn't necessary. He pointed out Mark Agnifilo's closing, where he says it's horrible for Miss Ventura what she had gone through, and that domestic violence is the issue. Kind of even pointing to her Instagram statement that she had made after the 2016 video was released on CNN. And again, the judge was saying that the video is very much domestic violence, even kind of pointing to the London hotel incident, saying where Mark Agnifilo had pointed out that obviously something happened, that he was violent at times, and that conceding the defendant's violence, that he even poses no danger, that he was pointing to violence happened after the HSI raids in
That's good, Glenn.
March of 2024, because they kind of pointed to what had happened to Jane just a couple months after, and pointing back to the June 2024 incident, which was just a little more than a year ago to this day. And so for those reasons, and just
Damn, they got some of everything going on outside the courtroom. Look, they got, this is wild.
The judge decided that the defendant will remain in New York.
And yeah, I looked at the government's letter, and they were like, they talked about violence, they talked about drug use, they talked about the abuse of Cassie, that you have multiple victims in this case, that he used the staff to carry out these transportation to engage in prostitution crimes, that he tried to obstruct justice with respect to these crimes, that under the Bail Reformed Act, they argued this was a crime of violence, that he poses a serious risk of flight, a danger to the community. So clearly it seems that the judge was persuaded by that. The judge did mention something really, really interesting, because somebody would listen to this and say, oh my gosh, he's going to throw the book at him. He actually said the court takes no position on what it will consider its sentencing, nor what sentence it will impose. However, we kind of got a little bit of a preview of what a potential sentence could be, right? We kind of got an idea of what the defense is advocating and what the government is advocating.
Yeah, so what the defense was kind of advocating for was anywhere between the guidelines of 21 to 27 months behind bars. So if you think about Sean Combs and his time that he served, he's nearly at a year. So if the judge were to go for the defense's route, he could be out within a year. Whereas the government was like, okay, no, under the guidelines, it's really 51 to 61 months. So from the government's point of view, Jesse, it seems like there is kind of a disagreement as to how long the defendant should serve as far as his time goes. But either way, he'll still have time served. And so depending on whether it's 51 to 61 months or like the defense wants 21 to 27 months, it'll ultimately be up to the judge to make that decision.
And didn't the prosecutor say something about a pre-sentencing investigation report? And just to give everybody an idea about what that is, that you got to give the judge as much information as possible before sentencing. And
so basically, the prosecution is asking for 4 years and 3 months, basically. And the defense is asking for a year. I think they'll meet somewhere in the middle of that. Maybe 48 months, maybe 36 months, somewhere like that. And Diddy will be back he'll be able to resume his life. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because they denied his bond. And originally, the bond hearing wasn't supposed to take place until October. It's like, damn, you gonna do? Damn, boy, they playing a cold game, man.
Yeah, yeah. See, they originally said his lawyer. Cassie lawyers and Cassie Report have been complaining about they don't want him to get a bond or something. I don't know how true that is, but that was the rumor that went out. But I'm like, well, yeah, he's still gonna get. They trying to find a way to stick it to him because they lost that RICO.
Right. And that was and they knew that their case wasn't solid. That's why they started trimming all of the extra verbiage off of the charge, because they wanted it to be as plain as possible, and they still confused them folks. And you see what they did. They let him walk on it.
And particularly where there's a sentence that's based a lot on the judge's discretion. And that usually consists of, an interview with the defendant, history, background, family, education, employment, criminal history, finances, health, alcohol, drug use. You speak to family members, friends, employers. There's court records that are reviewed and school records and financial records. They look at the offense as well. They speak to
Exactly, Divine Black Rose. The charges that he did get convicted of with the prostitution, yeah, they don't come with the bond. So he was stuck anyway. He just ain't know it, and it's crazy because you would think that his team would know it.
That there was a part, this was after the judge had initially denied Sean Combs bail and being able to walk out of the courthouse today. And I did see when Maureen Comey was making these arguments on behalf of the government that Justin Combs was kind of sitting inside the gallery, really kind of shaking his head. So it seems like from the government's point of view, they just want a little more time to get everything in order in terms of having Sean Combs sit down with somebody, I guess, from the probation office to kind of really do an interview. But the government was like, you know what, the statute is clear. The only thing that's exceptional about this defendant is his wealth, the violence, and his brazenness. He's an extremely violent person. He showed no remorse. His brazenness is unmatched. He used prostitutes. He assaulted Jane, and it was not self-defense. And then the government said something that I don't even think we heard at trial, Jesse. The government said that he invited Jane to the hotel room where Sean Combs was ultimately arrested, where he had the drugs, where he had the lighting set up. And then the defense was kind of, I think, a little upset by the government's argument there because Mark Agnifilo said, you know what, listening to Miss Comey makes me appreciate that we have jurors. But either way, at the end of the day, bail is still denied for the defendant. So Sean Combs isn't walking out of that courthouse today. He'll go back to MDC Brooklyn, and then we'll see what happens next at his sentencing hearing or at another hearing prior to that. But then
we'll talk about that. Didn't Mark Agnifilo, push back a little bit? Didn't he push back on the judge's decision a little bit? He had
Salute,
something to
Sharon.
say.
A little bit or a lot of it, Jesse? I think it was more kind of a lot of it. So during the defense's argument there, Mark Agnifilo making these arguments, he said, you know, Your Honor sat through this entire trial. As good as, you know, probations are, you sat through this trial. And they were kind of really pushing for an expedited sentencing hearing. They said that they were willing to waive all those interviews with the probation office and all the different services that the defendant, I guess, has to go through. They were willing to do all of that. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because Sean Combs has already spent a year behind bars. If he were to have an expedited sentencing, it's more likely that he wouldn't be spending so much time with a year already served. So I understand why the defense was making that argument. But Mark Agnifilo also saying that he understands there was a divide between the parties on what to do next. He says other Mann Acts cases are not remotely similar. He said other cases have to do with minors, or the defendant is considered to be a pimp, and that Sean Combs is entitled to a below guideline sentence. Mark Agnifilo saying that the circumstances aren't related to the family. What's different about this case, and he's kind of citing different cases here, is one pimp who made money off of dealing with prostitutes, $1.4 million. He pointed out another specific case where the defendant was with a minor and was out pending sentencing. He pointed to a massage parlor who made $1.4 million too, using prostitutes in their parlor. And then he even pointed out a previous sitting governor of New York who used prostitutes, and he pointed out that he wasn't even charged by SDNY. And so the defense really kind of pushed back on the judge's decision, and Mark Agnifilo made a really impassioned argument, but the judge really kind of wasn't budging. I think Mark Agnifilo thought at one point maybe the judge would budge a little bit or maybe reconsider, but that didn't end up happening.
Yeah, usually in order to get something expedited here, they would say like a delay would result in significant harm or prejudice to the defendant's rights. And I'm sure that's going to be an argument they might make.
I'm just trying to see when they're going to sentence this dude.
Because when is this expedition hearing? When is this hearing on whether or not to expedite sentencing? And by the way, what is the sentencing date that's currently on the books?
Well, the sentencing date currently on the books, and if you guys are Mean Girl fans, you probably know this date. It's October 3rd of this year. And so that was the date that the judge proposed. Now, whether or not that date will actually be moved up, that's still kind of a wait and see, because there is a hearing just next week. It'll be next Tuesday. It will be a little bit different than the previous hearings, especially during pre-trial, in that it's going to be remote. So unfortunately, Sean Combs will not be present inside that courtroom like we're normally used to seeing him. It's going to be held remotely at 2 p.m. on July 8th.
Okay, and that'll be interesting to follow. Now, Elizabeth, going back.
So we got a date, July 8th, 2 p.m. Yeah, man. So this is to see whether they're gonna bump up his sentencing or they're gonna hold steady on October 3rd, which would be crazy. Like, damn. Right. Let me know my fate already. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Man, bro. But yeah, this is a long way to go to just get what we at now. It's a lot that has to happen before sentencing. It also depends on the calendar. That's what they said. They having a hearing to see. Um, on Monday, 2 p.m. We'll be tuned in for it. Diddy is nasty, nasty. But they put it on public trial about his personal life only. They invented charges that the evidence presented had absolutely nothing to do with. It's crazy. It's crazy the way they did this, man. Um, and like I keep saying it, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, but you know, a lot of this shit, man. Domestic violence, okay. But to say a criminal enterprise, I may be stretching it. I may be stretching it. And this was the last one that just had me just like, damn. So if you roll up a blunt and you pass it to your neighbor, so basically they said puff puff pass, puff puff give, whatever y'all say in y'all neck of the woods, is distribution. That's drug distribution. Man, come on now. Come on now. The jury's seeing right through this. And these folks coming across as bloodthirsty. They coming across as bloodthirsty. That's why the jury bucked on them like they did. I'm just saying. I think if the judge plan on giving Diddy time, he won't let him out. If the judge lean time served, he may let him out under restrictions, but he can't let him out. His charges, they say his charges dictate that he don't get a bond. So that's a whole nother situation. But his people brought up a few situations where a massage parlor had, you know what I'm saying, charges levied against them and they were convicted and they walked around free until sentencing. Um the what do you say, the mayor of New York City or the governor? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. This just was a crazy situation all the way around, man. And then you go to think about um these people outside of the trial, man. Let me see if I can't pull this up. Um, this is wild. Yeah, man. This is wild. So, and we know Diddy ain't out the woods on this. He, he definitely gonna have some more charges. This is just the tip of the iceberg, in my opinion. You know, the feds might spin the block. Sype, you good, man?
Yeah, my nose and stuff. But yeah, them feds coming. They don't like losing cases, man.
Yeah,
They
for
coming.
sure. Man, look at this. Look at this, y'all. This is New York at its finest.
I got the baby oil! Baby oil!
You better not. You better not. You better not turn that shit off. Anyway, yeah, look at this foolishness, man.
Y'all are fucking wildin'.
And that is a very popular YouTube blogger. Man, let them folk baby all him down. I couldn't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Diddy's gotten away with too much. I don't feel sorry for him. Nah, I don't feel sorry for him either. Said, no, they got paid. Who got paid? Flower Boom. His money got him free and it turned it into a circus. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I agree.
The feds gonna spin the block, Diddy. You know what's coming.
The FBI director's daughter, you talking about Comey, fudged it up on purpose. There won't be any other charges. You think what's her name? Maria Comey? You think she did this on purpose? I can see that. I don't know if she did it on purpose, but Yeah. I mean, the charges was a lot of these charges was like, what? What's going on, DJ Sip Saw? Salute to you, big home. Yeah, man. We know. It may be a reason they want to hold him. Man, I hope nothing mysteriously happens to Brother Love. Yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? MDC, that's not where you want to be. Matter of fact, let me do this. There we go. MDC is not where you want to be, fam. That place got a history within itself. You know what I'm saying? Um, he was there with Takashi 69. He said Takashi 69 said today that um Diddy prayed with him when he was locked up in there. So you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in that center. That ain't the one that Epstein, you know what I'm saying, came up missing in, but it's a bad boy. Man, them people going crazy out there. Them people going crazy out there. And like I said, that dude, that's a very popular YouTube blogger. But you know how that go. Same prosecutors, Eckstein and Maxwell, or whatever her name is, all crooked except for the normal peeps. They come for us. Come on now. Come on now. I hear you talking. I hear you talking. Yeah, this trial was crazy, man. This trial was crazy, but I'm telling you, the movie gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better. So I believe some of them jurors got paid. Uh, if they can prove it, you know they will. ZK, what's the word? Salute. Man, I got DJ Sipsaw in the building. What's up with you, bro? What's up, man?
Man, what's going on? I'm kind of late to the party. I kind of heard the verdict. What's up, Cypress? What's up, chat line? AB here. My bad. I'm walking in and ain't speaking. But now, yeah, man, y'all gonna have to catch me up because I'm just not getting on there on the social media today and everything. I've been seeing some, and I saw you or some. Get on here. I know AB know what's going on.
For sure, for sure. So, Presser said, if you don't see the Enterprise and the co-conspirators, you can't see the Rico. Right, right. You know, they keep bringing up D-Rock and Uncle Paulie and Christina Carm, but they are fictional characters. They ain't nowhere in this courtroom. They don't have a defendant table that they sharing. So come on now. Let it be known. Let it be known. And this is the crazy stuff that, you know what I'm saying, we looking at, and it's like, this don't make good sense. You know, you give these people immunity. You got a few of them lying. You got a few of them bending their truth because they know that they was with this at one point in time or another. And I know, yeah, and I know you can say that um just because I was with it one time don't mean I was with it every time. But folks been getting their bills paid, they've been getting flued out, they've been taking trips. It's a lot of stuff that people didn't want to do without, and they didn't want to do without the access or the status. So, and he was telling Jane Doe, if you don't want to be a part of this, go. She wouldn't go. She
Hey,
wouldn't go.
question I gotta ask you too here.
What's that?
This is one thing I heard earlier today. Heard some workers talking about it. They saying that he kind of got off on some of them, but they said a couple of them carried. They're gonna try to make sure you get the max of 10 years. Did you catch that part of it? I've overheard them saying something. But people saying he got off, but they saying still it's some a couple of charges out there that they're gonna make sure that he get the max of it, nothing less than 10 years for him.
Well, the 10 years, the max side of that 10 years, that's reserved for people that are really trafficking humans, found like in
Okay,
18 wheelers and underage people, little people. You know what I'm saying? And that's
right on.
that's not what this is, man. These are consenting adults. These are consenting adults. So this is gonna be on the lower side. the feds are asking for anywhere from 4 years and 3 months, and Diddy side is asking from anywhere from a year to, a year and a half. So they
Wow.
gonna meet somewhere in the middle. This ain't finna be no, Larry Hoover situation or no situation where,
R. Kelly like.
right, none of that, none of that, none of that. You know what
So
I'm saying?
basically, he finna get a slap on the hand and he finna hide out for a long time, basically.
Yeah, and he need to, like Boosie said, go sit your ass down somewhere. Boosie said, I'm glad that he free, man. I'm glad that he beat it. But man, go sit your ass down somewhere. He doing too much. Before all of this came down, he basically said that, I feel like I'm eternal. No, bro, you not eternal. And that's what they showed in that courtroom. You sitting up in there with them damn Mr. Rogers shirts on, with Mr. Rogers sweaters on. You know what I'm saying?
And I ain't gonna
With
lie here, though, man. Back in my days, man, it wasn't nothing bigger than P Diddy, man. I'm talking about before the bigot took off. I'm talking about this man, P Diddy was the man. He had about 5 names, but he was the man.
Yeah, I mean, but we ain't know him for nothing but being a producer. You know what
That
I'm
part.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then produce crap.
Sean John.
yeah, yeah. He just had a creative mind. He had a creative mind. Said, why don't they investigate the supposed arson on the kid Cuddy's car? No mention of rumors about Big and Tupac. Nah, because the people that said he did it wouldn't even give an interview to the investigators. See, that's what I'm talking about. The people that said that he was responsible for doing this, when the police called on them to give a statement, they would not even give a statement. And when the police brushed the car for fingerprints, they pull off a female's fingerprints. So why was that even brought into this? Why was that even? Yeah, he was a John, man. He was a trick. He was a rich trick, plain and simple. Flower. DBR said Flower Bloom. I think they may have happened to. Getting a verdict in New York for one of his most famous people is questionable. I side with you there. Boosie needs to worry about his own badass. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Real, you know what I'm talking about, man. Come on, man. This is a dude with too much money, man. That's all it is. It's a dude with too much money. He thought
That's the
he had.
part. That's probably getting me here too. Why we wait till we got a lot of money to be stupid? You know what I'm saying?
No, that ain't. But he didn't wait. Fam, we done ran down a couple of live streams. This man had been on some straight foolishness since the early '90s. The I'm is escaping me now. I forget the name of the school. Um, when all them kids got trampled, when he brought LL Cool J and Big Daddy Kane, him and Heavy D put it on at City College in Brooklyn. Ah,
Oh yeah. I heard about that. That Stampede. He's on that Stampede
yeah,
that time. Yeah,
yeah.
I
The
got you.
City College in Brooklyn situation. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm skipping all the way to 99, but then Shine in 99, you know what I'm saying? You pull out the blick in the club and get the letting off and put it on Shine. Shine go and do 10 years. Shine come back and you give Shine 50 bands and tell him, hey man, sorry about that. That's
Yeah,
crazy. But this is the par for the course. This is who this guy is. And
pattern.
right, right. And this is the best way I can describe it.
My MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next?
He's that guy. He's that guy, entitled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was feeling himself for a while. Yeah, he kind of. Yeah, well, like I said, he brought a lot of stuff on himself too. Yeah, you deep in the craft. I sure forgot about. I remember that one. that YouTube first started popping off too. That show leaked out. Yeah. God dang.
They know what would have happened if they had given a statement. Who we talking about, Fireboom? If who had gave a statement? Yeah, he got a lot of lawsuits coming, a lot of frivolous lawsuits, but he do got a lot of lawsuits coming down the pipe. Diddy going to recover from this. The circle he is a part of will forgive him and resume his. Yeah, and I believe so too. I believe so too. Like I
Listen
told
to that.
y'all, a huge humiliation ritual. I mean, nobody in entertainment, I believe, has been embarrassed as bad as this man has been embarrassed these last 10 months. Real talk.
Oh yeah, they messing with his mental real bad, real bad. You know, like I said, man, we talked about this a long time ago when we first started talking. Don't nobody escape, no matter how straight of a
No,
line we think they would. Don't nobody escape.
no, nobody leaves unscathed. Nobody. So you got to go through it. You got to go through it, especially when you get as high on the hog as Diddy. Yeah.
And reckless.
All right, Miss Tasha said, "What I'm saying is they hit him with the weakest shit they could have, and then he was convicted on the weakest option. But maybe the evidence isn't there. I have no idea. And yeah, these last two charges, they put them on at the end. They put those two charges on at the end, and that was the those were the saving grace. Those were the ones that got his ass hemmed up.
I'm gonna ask you this:
Howard,
here, you think that
hold
they
on, hold on a second. You said Howard University. That's true because he had some stuff happen at Howard City College, the club shooting,
that
attacking his
Jennifer Lopez?
son's couch. Coach, yeah, yeah, he attacked the coach at UCLA. Yeah, he done a whole. He not even talking about Big and Pac and the downward spiral he sent Craig Mack on. He done did some stuff, fam, and a lot of people feel like this is karma. Yeah,
Okay, you feel like and that Shine and that Jennifer Lopez that's connected, ain't it? That was the same night or that's a different night
yeah, that's the
when all
same night.
yeah, okay, I thought so.
Hmm.
Well, Jennifer got the hell out of the way. I see.
Right, she don't want nothing to do with this. And you know what I'm saying? I know she like, damn, I really, and or maybe she knew, or maybe she knew he was this damn freaky. You know what I'm saying? He said,
But I
Diddy a
know one
snake.
thing.
Said Diddy a snake, and I don't trust Gene. Man, what I tell y'all about Gene Deal, bro? After this, y'all gotta stop listening to Gene Deal, fam. Gene Deal been freestyling. I'm talking about dropping big bars. This man just making it up as it goes, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a check though. Salute to him for getting his money. But damn, bro, you gotta at some point you gotta sit up and just realize Gene Deal ain't been around for half of this shit. He's just giving his opinion on it because he used to know this nigga 30 years ago. Like for real. This shit crazy. I don't see how niggas pay him to come on their platform and freestyle. It's wild to me.
It seems like everybody's snaking each other, man. From what I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody trying to get a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? But like Diddy got a long pocket, but you know what I'm saying. I wonder how deep his pocket's gonna go when everything unfolds. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Well, they draining them as we speak. You know, time is money, and when you ain't bringing none in, well, I did hear he made $4 million off of his jet or whatever. He got an airplane he renting out. You know what I'm saying? And he made a grip off of that. Just rent it out. Um, Tracy said, "How you think 50 gonna react?" Well, 50 already reacted. He been reacting all day. His first comment was, "Diddy just beat the Rico. He a bad boy." He said he the gay John Gotti.
wow,
Yeah.
wow, that man right there, he don't know when to be quiet.
Nah, but the thing is, he don't understand that this is making him look crazy because, bro, your son's mother was a vital part of this. She was a vital part of this. You know what I'm saying? And whether he was the gay John Gotti or not, fact of the matter is, he took your girl down through there. Took her down through there, fam. So yeah,
Let's keep your mouth closed.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then just let everything unfold like it is.
Hitter is he a felon now? Since yeah, he is. He definitely is for
Because our
those
president
charges.
is a felon. Our president is a felon.
Hmm.
A felon don't mean nothing no more if you got the right kind of power.
Right. And if the time that they give him is too long for him to sit, I'm pretty sure he gonna try to reach out for the pardon. Will he get it? I don't know, but he got the connections. So Robert Hill, salute to you, big homie. Hey man, if y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Share the live, and if you can support the channel, that's what we do. Hit Squad TV, spread love. That's the Hit Squad way. Real talk. He's not embarrassed. He's a narcissist with a lot of money. It's everyone else's fault to him. You know what? I'm gonna side with you on that. I can see that. I can see
I
that.
I think P did a whole deal is to prove to the world in his mind, I'm gonna show y'all I'm gonna walk. That's how arrogant he is. You know what I mean? You know,
Well,
he just got the arrogant about himself.
if this don't humble him, that shit ain't nothing gonna humble him. Cause when he got that verdict, he hit his knees in that courtroom.
But, you know, at the
When he
same time,
when they said he beat that Rico, he hit his knees. Hmm.
but you gotta think about it like this right here though. You know what I'm saying? Do it all this like you just said, you went through a whole notebook. Did it take all that for you to realize that it's time to sit your ass down? You know what I'm saying? You know, and no one did. He gonna probably get out and do some stupid again. It's the history repeat itself. I'm gonna say it like that.
Well, I mean, if this did it take all that for him? Yeah, it did. It did. It absolutely did. They also want a bigger fish. Who is a bigger fish than Sean Combs? Let me know, cause I
Oh
can't think of.
man, he
Okay,
up there. He, he,
all of the
he up there.
all of the fish that's bigger than Sean Combs, they dying off. Just think about it. Think about what I'm saying. All of the fish that's bigger than him, they dying off. Yeah.
So I think right now, besides Jay, I think Jay Z came after him, and then the other guys. But you know, P Diddy came out of nowhere and didn't look back. You know, he was Sean John and all the liquor and everything. P Diddy, he had his run. He had a little nice little run.
P Diddy been around for any of them cats. P Diddy came out in like 89, 90 with Uptown Records. You see
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying? And Jay Z them they came out like 97. He was
Okay.
already established. You know what I'm saying? He done dropped Big and Craig Mack and Total and
Well, he did 112.
112 was kind of like 99, but I'm just saying this is all that he did before Jay-Z came onto the scene. You know what I'm saying? So he been around for a while. He been a monster for a minute. I hope Gene
Yeah.
saves some of that money. Absolutely. What do I have against Gene? Nothing. But I know a nigga lying when I see one. When a nigga just sitting up making up stuff. You know about all the little events that took place, but you went in there, but you know about them. You know what I'm saying? He was in the room with Ja Rule, but I wasn't in there. I was outside the door. Hey, I mean, all these years, man, that nigga just be lying. He lying. And I would too. I would too. If a nigga pay me $5,000-$10,000 to come up there and talk for 45 minutes about another nigga, yeah, I probably do it too. I probably do it too. And we didn't and you know what I'm saying? He gonna chop this up in about 10 episodes and then I come back and get another 5,000-10,000. I do it too. But damn, to the consumer, shit, enough is enough. No, I
Yeah,
believe that. I believe that. Mr. Parker, what it do, man? Salute to you. Say free Sean Combs. Yeah. He'll be free. He'll be free in due time. Oh man. No, he doesn't have to keep his freak undercover to the public. The industry already knew. Yeah, the industry already knew. I don't. So, Divine Black Rose, do you think that they knew how deep the rabbit hole went? You know what I'm saying? Because this is a pretty deep rabbit hole right here. I ain't even gonna hold you. Shit
But
is
I ain't
crazy
gonna lie
work.
to you though. Here, I got some relatives stay in New York, and when we used to come down, our little family unions and everything. Like I said, we come to Birmingham. I come to Birmingham. I'm gonna hit you up too. It's next year. But when we go to New York and we talking about P Diddy and all them and everything, they worried about them guys up there was queers. He said, "Man, y'all just don't know about them queers." And I was like, "Huh? No, we never understood what was going
Yeah.
on." But it been if you know how stuff going in Alabama, stuff going on in
Right.
Tennessee and
Right.
Mississippi, we be knowing what time it is, but the people on the outside, all they see was on the camera. You did.
Right.
But
Right.
my relatives always say that. They
Don't
say
say
like,
that
man,
word again, though. Don't say that
oh,
word
okay,
again.
okay,
Yeah,
well,
but I
no,
feel where you coming from. I feel where you
yeah,
coming from. Yeah, everybody, just like me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't from Memphis. Warning, I'm not from Memphis, but I report on Memphis. Warning, I'm not from Memphis. Disclaimer, I'm not from Memphis, but I do report on Memphis. You feel me? So there's some people in Memphis that's on the ground in Memphis that's gonna know more than me, and they should. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
word
I should
travel.
be able to report on Memphis. You feel me? Or Cleveland, or Spartanburg, South Carolina, Greenburg, South Carolina, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Austin, Texas.
But see,
Yeah,
one thing
you know,
about it though is what people don't need to understand when it comes down to being a blogger, being a reporter, it's all about your sources. If you got a source, they're gonna keep their mouth closed and under the keep you under influence of knowing what's going on. Man, you got a plug. So I just say it
well,
like this: if you got a plug, you got a plug.
basically all I'm saying is people on the ground should know more than people that's outside from a 30,000 feet bird's eye view of the situation. People on the ground going obviously know more. Like you said, the people in New York that you knew, they knew they had some inside info on Diddy. Well, it's the same thing everywhere else. If you from that soil, you might not. You might have a little bit more information. You feel me? And as you
Right on.
should, as you should. The feds fumbled. They had a decent case, but not enough. Now they had a shaky case with a lot of hearsay and a lot of people. Let me see. I'm not gonna take it that way. I ain't gonna take it that way. So Free P, man, listen. I ain't got a dog in the fight. A lot of people say Free P did it. He get out tomorrow, it ain't gonna hurt me none. If they say 15 years, it's not gonna hurt me. I'm just covering it. You feel me, John? Sharp, what it do? Salute to you, man. Salute to you. But I wanted to show y'all this. Because somebody asked about this. Right here. Boom. Diddy beat the Rico. That boy a bad man. He like the gay John Gotti. Yeah. That was his first whatchamacallit. That was his first post. He said, "Get the F off my page talking about I'm supposed to be scared of the gay Teflon Don."
Wow.
All day long.
That's not
Remember?
shocking to come from somebody like 50 Cent though. 50 got
Right.
he cocky like that.
Then he says, "Remember the time Floyd almost got Ray J unalive? Fab did not forget about this issue." Yeah, it's a lot going on, fam. A lot.
That, I just saw that one right there. That's why I saw you online. I said, let me check this out. I know here to talk about this one. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
It's
who was
crazy.
Fabulous up under? Who was Fabulous signed up under?
I can't remember, man. All I know is Fabulous used to move with Who Kid and all them people.
Okay.
Yes, 50 had been talking about it for years. He was the first to have pics and video of Cassie. He talked about it in interviews years ago. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, he was one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? So you know how that go. Let me get over here. But yeah, he was one of them ones that had that info. And man, listen, Diddy know. That's why Diddy was so, I want to say, subconscious about showing her in public. He didn't want to show Jane Doe in public. Didn't want Jane Doe to have no type of obligation to share their life or whatever they had going on. If she posted something, she had to take it down. You're the Alabama Hitter, the best podcast out, and you can report on anything you want to, Hitter. Yeah, I know. But I was just giving y'all a just a basic understanding that, you know, I might can give you a little inside information on something going down in Birmingham, because I'm from Birmingham. This is obvious. This ain't this ain't, you know what I'm saying, over the top information. I'm from Birmingham. I may know a little bit more than the person from Baltimore about Birmingham. Yeah. A love contract is crazy work, man. I swear to God. I thought that love contract was really gonna get him jammed up, but it really didn't put a dent in what he had going on. Yeah. When you think about it, all of this time, pressure, me and you done talked about this for a minute. All of this time, they done rated 3 spots: New York, 2-star Island in Miami, and then rated the place out there in Beverly Hills next to Hugh Hefner, wherever he stayed at out there. Man, they got all this stuff. We got terabytes upon terabytes. And this is the best shot? This is the best shot? Aubrey said he would leave the country if Diddy get free. I don't know about that. He'd be a damn fool.
You think he's gonna hit him back with a civil lawsuit though after this? He did?
Nah. I think he just want his life. He want his life back and want to try to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Man. Speaking of different, BG is under attack by his baby mama. Damn! Every time I turn on the gram, she going at him. That shit crazy. Over $800? That's wild. But yeah, these folks, man. These folks, they done lost their mind, man. Let's see. Let's go into Cassie's statement, y'all, and show y'all what Cassie had to say about this when they got that verdict.
And now I understand, Aaron, a statement has been given on behalf of Cassie Ventura, star witness in this case. What are you learning?
Her attorney, Doug Wigdor, just sent us the following statement. This entire criminal process started when our client, Cassie Ventura, had the courage to file her civil complaint in November 2023. And Kira, we should say that's true. The criminal investigation is largely based on the statements in Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, and intensified, of course, once video from the 2016 hotel security camera became public. The statement from Doug Wigdor, her attorney, goes on to say, although the jury did not find Combs guilty of sex trafficking Cassie beyond a reasonable doubt, she paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. By coming forward with her experience, Cassie's attorney, Doug Wigdor, goes on to say, Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. We must repeat with no reservation that we believe and support our client, who showed exemplary courage throughout this trial. She testified for 4 days, often quite...
Man, these folks acting like Cassie, Martin Luther King Jr. Man, come on, man. Okay. Whatever.
Emotionally so, giving graphic, explicit detail of what she said she was made to do. And Sean Combs did not deny the facts of the freak-offs. Everything that happened in those hotel rooms did not get challenged by the defense. The defense simply saw it differently, as something that went on in a personal, consensual relationship, not sex trafficking. And that's how the outcome is reflected now, Kira.
Bernardo, I want to go on to read another part of that statement on behalf of Cassie Ventura's attorney, saying she displayed unquestionable strength and brought attention to the realities of powerful men in our orbit and misconduct that has persisted for decades without repercussion.
Especially when she said that she slept with Diddy after she had got with her now husband. And when the phone rang, it said Batman. She had the nigga in her phone as Batman. Her now husband had the nigga in the phone as Batman. This is all I'm saying, fam. I don't look at her like no Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr., Harry Belafonte, nobody. You was in on it. And y'all doubled back to get a bag. Y'all got the bag, fam. Leave the nigga alone. Leave the nigga alone, fam. You done got the bag, man. I mean, damn. Now you got your lawyer sending in paperwork to make sure he don't, man, not coming to get you. That man 50-something years old. He ain't studying you. He done paid you off. He trying to stay out of the way. Yeah, this ain't the same Diddy that drug you down the hallway. This is somebody that done been through hell and just want to go back home for the 4th of July. Shit. This ain't like he coming home and staying home. He coming home till sentencing. He'll be a damn fool to mess with any of these folks. Call any of these folks. Anything like anybody that took the stand on him, he'll be a damn fool to even contact them via call, text, FaceTime, anything. And if he do, lock his ass up and give him life. But I don't think that's what he's trying to do, fam. He's just trying to go home.
This case proved that change is long overdue, and we will continue to fight on behalf of survivors. 2 things that stood out to me: powerful men in our orbit and the misconduct that persists, and change that is long overdue. Your thoughts?
Power and money. You can buy yourself out of a conviction. Let's be honest that if Sean Combs wasn't able to get the team that he got and pay for that defense team and experts and investigators to help defend himself, that we would have had a different outcome today. But money and power, that you can still get away with crimes.
Man, y'all let me know something. Do y'all agree with what she's saying? Because it seemed like she's referring to like she's alluding to him doing something wrong. Hell, if you got the money, I'ma hire Madlock, Perry Mason, and some more niggas. You feel me? Man, I need the best lawyers in town, and that's what he went for. Like Superfly said, I'm going for the best killers, white ones, baby. I got the money. Listen, I'm going to get the best lawyers possible. Hell, I look like going for Tyrone Blackburn when I can get Brian Steele. That's not a crime. It's not a crime, fam.
If you have money and power. But I have to say, I was in the courtroom for Cassie's testimony, and she was a strong witness. You can tell that the courage that she had, the strength that she exhibited. I mean, when she spoke and when she would cry from time to time, when she revisited those freak offs and
man, enough about the freak offs. Man, listen, I got my boy Sharpshooter Sports Talk in the building. For anybody that like sports talk, y'all link in with my boy Sharpshooter Sports Talk on YouTube. He on the road to 1,000 subs. When he hit 1,000 subs, they are giving away 2 copies of NCAA EA Sports College Football. So listen, 2 copies. Y'all might not play, but your kids might play. It'll be a good gift. And if you don't, if you're gonna spend that 70, you might as well subscribe to Sharp and get it for the free ski. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to my boy Sharpshooter Sports Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a hell of a day today, Sharp. We got Sadarian Morgan out there at Alex City, Alabama, man. Yeah, but I just wanted to do that right quick. shameless plug for the homie. You know what I'm talking about? Sharpshooter Sports Podcast, man. Y'all rock out with him. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all, listen, this woman ain't, man, everything in this milk ain't clean, bro. And they trying to say that she's a champion for women's rights, and boy, yeah, Sadarian Morgan out there at Alex City. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Number 2 wide receiver in the country, boy. Hey, Diddy, what they said, such and such can't help us, Nick Saban can't help us. Just watch. We gonna be all right.
When she revisited those times where Sean Combs brutally beat her, and to see her in court sitting down, showing the strength and courage that she was able to overcome this. I think one of the most strongest moments that brought people to tears is when she said at some point that she went home and she told her husband, "You can do this without me," and that she wanted to cross the street and commit suicide because of what she had been through. But I'm glad that Cassie has been able to pick herself up and has been able to move on, taking it day by day, because it does show the strength that she got as a result of coming forward. That coming forward helped to bring closure to her.
Man, I'm sorry, ladies. And y'all know I'm not a male chauvinist or none of that. But listen, man, these folk got these people fooled, man. They got these people fooled, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Sight.
And people buying this left and right. Man, this woman was a hoe. I ain't apologizing. She was a hoe. He ain't put no gun on her head and make her do that.
Real talk. What's going on with your Texas Bama boy 205? Man, listen. Man. Hey, did he do some despicable things? Absolutely. Was she victim to a lot of despicable things? No. Absolutely. But she took place in a good bit of that stuff. She set up. That's the reason why they couldn't get the RICO. She was paying these folks, and then she was sleeping with them without Diddy around. Come on, man.
But yet she a victim, man. Everybody we stand, man. Boy, there was Cyber TV. I go in, but y'all know what's on my mind. But yeah, man.
Oh man. So it's just she became a victim. Yeah. Man, that is. I mean, anytime you wanna, pull that card, you can pull it. It's there, at your disposal. You know what I'm saying? And for niggas like Diddy, it's easy. It's easy. When you see a nigga put a billboard up on the side of a freeway, say, if you've been victimized by Sean Combs, call this number. Boy, it don't get no easier than that.
Because they already got him, so it's gonna be easy.
I don't condone in the DV, however, Cassie and Jane need to take a. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. And this lawyer she got, there's putting her up as like, Jane Pittman or somebody, Harriet Tubman or somebody leading the women to freedom. That ain't it, fam. That is not it.
So ain't.
It is quoted when these folks, her friends, her inner circle, told her to leave this nigga. Leave him. You don't need this nigga. She said, who else am I gonna be with? Jay-Z already taken. They give you everything you need to know about a person, fam. Yeah, it took you to go all the way and not get what you wanted to get out the deal for you to settle with an average person. And the only way you was gonna settle with an average person is for you to double back and get that bag off of Diddy to sustain y'all. Cause you ain't going back to eating Stouffer's lasagna. You ain't going back to making your own dinner. No, you're not gonna do that. It's a lifestyle change. So yeah, I'm gonna get with the trainer, and I'm gonna get clean, and I'm gonna sue the drawers off your bitch ass. And that's what she did.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she did. And when it broke, Jane Doe said, "Oh my God, I should have did this years ago. I should have did this 6 months in." And she started talking the same way. But before she seen that, she was in full competition with Gina and Young Miami. You got me a bouquet of roses. It ain't big as Young Miami's bouquet of roses. You over there with that bitch and Turks and Caicos. If you don't come home now, there'll never be another freak off. It's like, fam, what Martin used to say, crazy, deranged. All these folks were crazy. Diddy. Especially Jane Doe. She come from that line of work. I keep telling y'all, she come from that line of work. She was, how can I say, coached underneath the Canadian dude that I was telling y'all about. I forget his name. Peter, I forget his name. But yeah, all these folks, they coached up under the dude from Canada. And somehow they end up in Las Vegas under who? Floyd Money Mayweather. That's how Diddy and 50 met all of these chicks. This ain't by half a chance. That's all I'm saying. And you know what I'm saying, bro, he finna, you know what I'm saying, go back and sit in his cell and spend 4th of July in his cell, and you know what I'm saying, maybe when he come back he'll get a good reading. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll give him a little leniency, maybe not. If not, then hey, that's cool with me too. But this whole trial was a mess, and it's nothing like we thought it was gonna be. It ain't nothing like we thought it was gonna be, y'all. When we thought it was gonna be, man, Beyonce and Jay-Z on tape with Diddy and Cassie. Nah, ain't none of that shit happening. None of that. Oh man, it's gonna be Trey Songz and Kevin Hart in there with Cassie. No, it's just this weird ass nigga and these two mixed chicks. That's it. So yeah, it's all to do about nothing, man. And what I would say, it encapsulated the whole world. You know what I'm saying? This was bigger than the OJ trial in my eyes. It was so many eyes on this shit that it was incredible. But one thing I can say, Gene Deal, you might want to go to Home Depot. Jaguar, right? I don't know what you're doing. Man, listen, it's over with. No more. We don't want to hear another Diddy story from y'all folks, man. Cook up some Jay-Z stories. Just make up the Jay-Z stories. But you know Jay-Z gonna get with your ass. Immediately, you say that man, now he gonna get with you. But it's over for everybody else. Gene Deal, we don't want to see no more art of dialogue with that fake anger you got. No, it's over with. Default done told you what it is, and this man gonna go and do his time, come back home, and get back with his life. It ain't no when Diddy go to jail. It's over with. He doing it right now. That's sad, because a nigga got to find another way to get some bread now. I swear to God. Yeah, a lot of these folks in the industry nasty. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Choke, no joke. You next. Choke. If they come for Diddy and they come for Jay-Z and run and run his card and put him through the ringer, and that's gonna be it for you too. Cypress.
Yo, I'm here. Yeah, man. They really the reason why they really want to get him out of bond, man, because they know they really blew this Rico.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They said Jane better go get some from Cassie. Yeah, she cooked. And she probably gonna try to come with a civil suit. It's over with, man. She made a fool out of herself. And really, she blew the case for these folks, man. She blew the case for these folks. When they seen Mia and Jane Doe and the other chick that said she got hung out the window, and you know what I'm saying, it wasn't, you know, the dates wasn't jiving with each other. Now, I'm gonna say this. I don't doubt that they had an altercation, but you don't want to put a date on it. You don't want to put a date on it. If I got as high as old girl, Bona or whatever her name is, I wouldn't try to put a date on it. You know what I'm saying? But she did. And she came up, snake eyes, she came up. It's like, nah, that ain't even right. He wasn't even on this side of the country when you say he did this. Yeah, she did. She did. Everybody saying she did. She did. When they came up with all these text messages, you just was jealous as hell. You ain't care about doing a freak off. You just didn't. You didn't want him with nobody else. You down for the freak offs. Hell, you went to a freak off without him. So you're not a victim, fam. Not a victim. The judge just punted the ball back to the judge. I ain't lying. What you finna say, Sip Soft?
Man, this ain't nothing but a show. Cause it's like you said, I got piggyback on what you just said. It's like what everybody was expecting was the total opposite.
Yeah, everybody felt like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody felt like this was gonna be a big freak show on camera. All of these tapes. Ooh, we finna get a chance to, you know what I'm saying, see a bunch of footage with folks blurred out. No, it ain't none of that. It ain't none of that. If this man wasn't such a damn freak and wanted to see old footage from the work he done put in and what the Punisher done put in, you know what I'm saying, he might have beat this. All them damn tapes, all them damn junk drives with him and her going back and eating TV dinners and watching this shit. What type of freak shit is that, man? For real, great.
To me, that's always been one of those situations when you and your wife or you and a significant other that y'all want to see and only y'all see, but all them tapes, man, come on now.
Yeah. That's when you think you absolutely above the law. You know what I'm saying? You got all of this incriminating evidence. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you another way I felt like these folks done made a fool of themselves in this case. This case became a laughing stock real quick when everybody started talking about baby oil and Astroglide. Oh my God. They came in and it was 1,000 gallons of baby oil. So it became a big joke. It became a big joke. Nobody took this serious. Nobody took it serious. And so yeah.
They ran with that baby oil. I'm talking about everybody got to have some fun with that.
Right. That was the theme of the case. You know? So it's like, what in the hell is really going on? You know, people stopped taking it serious. Cassie went up there. We was like, ooh wee. You know what I'm saying? He might be cooked. But they gently crossed her and made it, you know what I'm saying, kept it simple and plain. Didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings because she's with child. You know what I'm saying? But they got with her too. And everybody else got destroyed on cross. Only person that didn't get destroyed on cross was Cassie's mother. Because she was a real victim. She had to come up out of pocket, take out a home loan to pay this man because her daughter then put out a freak out tape, a freak off tape that they don't want them to release. And that wouldn't even be released if she wasn't, you know what I'm saying, sleeping with another dude. I mean, that's the whole reason why Kid Cudi came into the equation. She started messing with Cudi. Yeah. So it's like, hey, you might have got it from Clive. You know, people say he got it from Clive. A lot of people say he got it from his mama. But he need help. Bottom line, the nigga need help, man. That ain't normal. All the weird shit that they saying that happened in this case, that shit is not normal, fam. Baby, all that. Go ahead, man.
I can't say this here. You know, with all that stuff was going on with P. Diddy all these years, I was very surprised that they didn't try to drag Mason in mess too.
Mason had nothing to do with this. Mace was gone before any of this. Mace was gone before Gene Deal. Mace was gone. I ain't gonna say that. Him and Gene Deal was gone around the same time. Why Mace ain't got all these stories?
That's my whole deal. That
why Mace ain't got all these stories?
And ain't said none about, especially if he on that podcast with Cameron, and he ain't. Damn, they don't even talk about that mess.
No. That's what I'm saying. So you think of how long it's been since Mace been out from around Diddy. Mace left in 1999, came back in probably 2002 and did the welcome back and dipped out.
That part.
Fam, that's 23 years ago. Gene Deal was out the way before then. Gene Deal been out the way damn near 27 years.
Cap.
And he's still telling stories. So that's the problem I got. Mace afraid of his own skeletons. Yeah, for real.
That part.
Yeah, Mace, that's a weird fella. I ain't never seen a nigga teeth built like that. That nigga shit. Y'all seen Mace. That nigga teeth built different. I ain't his teeth just like his gums or whatever. That shit scared me. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Mace. But yeah.
He's very unique.
Very unique. And the whole situation about him going down to ATL and preaching for a couple of years and then coming back, it's like, bruh, let a nigga ask you, what made you go and start preaching? What did you see that was so bad that you had to go start preaching? So we ain't forgot about the deal.
I'll wait.
So we ain't forgot about the deal though on the sink. Yeah. What may say, yo, that's homie shit. Yo, that's homie shit. Yeah, for real. Yeah, man. Niggas is cut different, and there's some real life freaks out here. But at the end of the day, being a freak ain't no crime if you ain't taking it. That's all I'm saying.
I look at it like this. Was your personal business. Just don't make sure it don't affect other people.
Right. Mace was an artist. Yeah, right. Absolutely. That's it. And so Mace got more stories. Think about it. Mace should have more stories than, you know what I'm saying, Gene Deal. And it come to find out, this right here is the only story that he really said about the whole situation all that time. You know what I'm saying? So it's safe to say KK is free and clear. I can't say that. They might double back and try to get KK. KK and D-Rock and Uncle Paulie. Who knows? Who knows, fam? Remember when he got caught up and wouldn't get out the car and they towed it with him in his jacket over? No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Refresh my memory.
You remember what Pimp C said about the Range Rover and the boy?
Mm. You don't
The
know
Range,
who got caught in the Range
the
Rover
Range
with the
Rover with the
boy.
boy.
Yes, sir.
Oh Lord.
Ain't nothing
I'll
wrong
wait.
with Ain't nothing wrong with nobody interviewing Gene Deal. Yeah, you interview him if you want to. But like I said, man, it's been damn near 30 years, and the man ain't been around this man in that long, and he still got um stories. That's crazy. All them stories. He did not get called to the stand not one time. And man, listen, if you enjoy Gene Deal's interviews, that's fine. I'm just saying, ain't
He
nobody
reaching.
that I deem credible. He
He's
is
doing a lot
nobody
of
that I
reaching.
deem credible. Now he'll tell a good story. I ain't gonna lie. Some of the stories is very entertaining. But I'm not finna put no credit in none of that shit he doing because I know he doing it for a check. I spice it up too. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, for having me on your platform. You know what I'm saying? I had to
I
get it
like
out.
that's a good one. He
Uh,
just doing a lot of reaching, man. That's all you ask me. He just doing a lot of reaching.
that's it. No, he just making up shit because he know he can get paid for it. And Gene got immunity too. And man, they told Gene not to come back to the damn courthouse. Plain and simple. Hey man, you out here trying to fight, folks. Don't come back to the courthouse, man. Without Rico, what can they do to KKD Rock or anybody else? Feds fumbled on the goal line trying to throw the ball. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Balraj, salute to you, man. And Balraj said, "What? Salute from Folsom." Hey, that remind me of one of my favorite movies, Blood In, Blood Out. Here's a couple of
Oh,
coconuts from Quentin.
that's a classic. That's one of my classics there, man.
Yeah, man. Blood In, Blood Out. Vatos Locos, Holmes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. But the folk, man, listen, all of this shit was a cloud chase.
Hmm.
All of this shit was a cloud chase, man. I mean, from the feds to everything else, you would have thought they would have had a better case. Now, tell the truth. Did y'all not think that these people were gonna have a better case than what they presented? I
All that.
mean,
I'm say the way they came out with the preview, I thought it was gonna be deeper than what we just witnessed. I thought it was gonna be better than this. It was just like a walkthrough. It's basically
right,
it was a straight
right,
walkthrough.
right. So, I mean, either way it go, he'll be home. Whether he come home at the end of the year or the end of next year, he'll be home. Shit. Maybe he'll be home just in time to fight some more cases. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? He done made his bed for himself. He definitely made his bed for himself. So he gonna have to lie in this one. Yeah, what it is. I tell you, bond denied, bro. I just knew they were gonna let that man go. But I didn't know the facts. I said from the beginning they wouldn't get him on racketeering. I didn't think they was either, bro. You know what I'm saying? I felt like if how can I say this? If the jury looked at everything technically and by the book like the feds was trying to spell it out, then maybe. But I knew the jury wasn't gonna look at it like that because these are normal people from different backgrounds of life. You know what I'm saying? They earn a living just like everybody else. And that's the good part of having a jury, And 8 of these jurors were men, 4 were women. And I think the head juror might have been a woman. A lot of his stories he's told already. Gene been told his experience about being. I know. He had a whole thing. I forget the little DVD or documentary he did about Big. He had a catchy name to it though. I think the speedy trial and his money and power were too much for any witness to handle. It looked like, I mean, just to be honest, it looked like it was too much for, you know what I'm saying, the feds too. You know, you think about all that evidence they recovered, and you couldn't come up with nothing better than that. Maybe you still got some lurking that you ain't went through yet. I'm just that's just off the top of the dome. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got some stuff that, you know what I'm saying. Maybe they got some information on some evidence that they ain't even been able to look through because of the fact that they got this thing up and running so quick.
When
Yeah.
this started though, hit him, man, I said, man, they finna get that man 100 years the way they present everything. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was worse than R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? But come to find out, it was just all, like you say, it's all a play.
Right. So, Nikolai, the feds are calling for a 4-year, 3-month sentence. Basically, they calling for 4 years and 3 months.
Yeah.
The defense is calling for like 17 to 21 months. He not gonna get nowhere close to 10 years. Yep.
Nah,
Mhm. The feds.
Basically, like,
Go ahead, Sip.
yeah. So basically, what they finna do is get this man a slap on the hand in so many words.
no sir. They
I
wouldn't.
want to call it a slap on the hand because he been in jail for a year, and the jail that he in is that shit is not club fed. It is not club fed. It's different than now. But I will say this: money makes the thing move. You know what I'm saying? It just look. I want to see how it looks in a. I don't know if they're gonna put him in a medium or a low in the feds, but I want to see how it looks in in federal prison. You know what I'm saying? If it go that far, the feds didn't even go through all that evidence. The focus was building the case to support Cassie's claims. There you go. There you
But
go.
this is what they blew this shit. They turned all the co-conspirators and made them testify and blew the whole case up.
All right. Well, they ain't get all the co-conspirators. Shit.
Well,
The real co-conspirators was fictional characters that never came to the courtroom.
yeah, man.
Uncle Paulie, D-Rock, Christina Corum, they talked about these folks through the whole trial. Never did they darken the door of the Southern District of New York's courtroom.
And
Not,
if y'all gonna ever do some freak off, go get Shaniqua out the project. Don't go get. I'm just saying.
you gotta look at the whole situation. This one even, Shaniqua at the projects ain't his cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Young Miami, everybody is. You know what I'm saying? He got a type. Y'all seen the type? Cassie and Jane Doe, they pretty much the same type.
Yeah, gonna lead you right to the courtroom.
Diddy got enough dough to get off of any more jail time after trial finish. I mean,
I doubt it. Well, you do, but
this ain't the money don't come into question here. The money came into question when they first went to court. The money that he spent on them the money that he spent on them attorneys made all the difference. That's all I'm saying. Whatever else is on those drives will be combed through now. They're not just gonna let him get off that easy. I don't think they are either, because Shit. Like I said, this was an embarrassment, fam. You done, man. Do you know how much money was spent on this? From all of them raids to, man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I
I
think
don't know. Go
I,
ahead.
I think you should just fall back after this to go sit down. You done made enough money. But the bad thing is your sons ain't talented enough to carry the bad boy break. You know, just pray that your daughters have enough talent to do stuff.
Well, the daughters, I don't, man, they gonna be straight. I don't think they're gonna go the direction that these cats going, but yeah, he gonna be straight, man. It's just this shit here was a damn circus, a shit show. You know what I'm saying? Um, a public humiliation spectacle. Anybody woman who mess with Diddy after this, you can't even sue anymore. You was warned. Yeah, facts. Facts. James, what's the word, fam? Salute to you. Can they try him again? No, that's true. Nah, he can't. He can't be charged again. So,
But
but they can find something else.
and the feds got something else. They just sitting on there waiting on him to catch a flip. And
Yeah, man.
they don't like losers.
Well, I mean, Irv Gotti beat him. They ain't come back after him.
That because Earl Gotti had enough sense to sit down. God rest his soul. And I don't think Puff gonna just sit down, man. Puff want to be a part of the spotlight.
Right. He definitely gonna he definitely gonna be straight. I don't even think that's a question. These frivolous lawsuits, that's gonna be all of these Tony Busby lawsuits and all these weird ass people coming through trying to, file a lawsuit. That's gonna be he an open target. That's gonna be an issue. But you know what I'm saying? He can make it through this. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I ain't got a dog in the fight, fam. I ain't got a dog in the fight. And I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, he just taking it. No, that ain't it. Cause I seen what it looked like, man. So many bloggers covered this trial, man. And this one particular blogger, when he got found not guilty on the RICO, everybody went to her channel. And boy, she was over there about to cry. She was about to cry. People were picking at her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. Then after they went back in for the not for the sentencing, but they went back in, she got into it with Ratchet TV. So this is like, boy, hey, it's some people that covered this. They didn't do it straight up and down. You had some people that was pro Diddy, and you had some people that was definitely anti Diddy. Like your what's the crazy lady name on Headline News?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like her. Yeah, a lot of people. So they need to reopen Kim case. You remember when Al B. Sure was on TV talking about some he might testify? Yeah, right. Everybody. Boy, I tell you. Nah, he's not gonna do the whole 10-piece. The feds only asking for 4 years. But still gotta wait for that peace-stitution sentencing. Yeah, she was having a fit, Jack. She was having a fit, and it looked crazy. She was having a fit, and folks was out there snapping on her. I felt bad for her.
She a blogger?
Hell yeah, man. That shit was so sad, man. She out there
you
about
talking
the
about the old girl?
the one that put you in the mind of the one that put you in the mind of what is it? Wendy Williams? Yeah, man.
Oh, you talking about her name start with T?
Yeah.
Oh
All of
yeah.
the people he solicited will file a lawsuit now because they are considered victims. Ain't that something? Damn it, boy. Yeah, he was.
Hey man, they need to leave that man alone. He beat the case.
Extortion. Yeah, man. Extortion. Yes, indeed. Dating Diddy now is like your brain on drugs. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Kristen Combs was even asking her Wendy Williams #2. Yeah, yeah. She was just gung ho on. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, the prosecution destroyed Diddy today. The prosecution destroys the defense. The prosecution destroys. You know, every day, prosecution just destroying shit. And then we get down to the real meat potatoes. Oh my!
They lose like a mother.
Yeah.
After doing all this destroying,
Mhm.
they listen one layer blow the whole thing.
Boy, she went up there and she acted a fool. This is supposed to show you that America doesn't care about women. What the fuck? No, fam. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Well, America don't care about hoes.
Snoop told you. He told you what it was back in 1992. Said we don't love them.
We'll let them all.
Reflections with Kimberly Wilson. What's up with it, sis? Yeah. Yeah, they were letting her have it. Come to find out, she said her husband or her boyfriend or whoever paid for her security. She was the only blog out there with security. You know that's crazy. She might not be a blogger. She might be a plant. Just being honest with you. And I think a lot of them people out there feel like she was a plant. Yeah, Nancy Grace. Yeah. That's the one that don't nobody go at old girl and Nancy Grace. They go at did it harder than anybody I've seen covering this case. Anybody. Yeah. She called the jury stupid and man, there's a damn scientist on the jury. A lot of well conditioned, versed people on that jury. Yeah, so they knew what they were doing. Yeah, said old girl had to get her. Nah, I appreciate you. Salute to you. Yeah, man. Had to get that girl security. That's a damn shame. But hey, that's what happened when you popping it and you go out there and boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you will be on a stretcher in the middle of New York.
Right. Yeah, I did see it on ABC Live. I saw it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and maybe a lot of bloggers are jealous of her, but she getting her shit in. But that was crazy to see her go up against Ratchet. She did him dirty. She did him dirty. Oh boy, she did him dirty. Lord have mercy. But that's what this whole trial. This is what that whole trial came to, man. A damn circus, a damn shit show, with people, you know, doing anything for clout, including the people on the stands. Yeah, he attacked me too. Like it's to a point where you know somebody that say, "Oh, girl, go and get you a piece of the change." Nah, you got yours. You rightfully got yours. You got hands, feet, elbows put on you. You deserve your 20 million. You know what I'm saying? And salute to you for going to get your 10 from the hotel. All the other folks, man.
They gave it to
Yeah, she got 30 mil, 20 from Diddy, 10 from the hotel. And nobody knew until she got hit up on cross-examination. Folks in there like, ooh, damn, for real? Yeah. See, on direct, everybody felt like she was a damn, you know what I'm saying, the Virgin Mary. On cross, they didn't expose everything. Like, how are you a victim and you standing up for this and you standing up for that and you cheating on the dude that you married with right now with the dude that you said is a monster? Come on, fam. This shit don't make no sense. This shit like a Rubik's Cube and I'm drunk as hell.
Right, all the time the nigga calling you Diddy 10, yeah, man, you a victim, man. Get
Right.
this, man.
Yeah, so, you know, yeah, what it is, it's over with. He gonna get his time. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? They gonna go off in the sunset and we'll come back at the end of the year talking about this is one of the events of the year. You know what I'm saying? That's how this go. That's how this go. I didn't even like being an antagonist today. Some days I hate my job. Speak on it, Pressure. My dog. Everybody is innocent as they seem. Absolutely. You go up there 8.5 months pregnant, you know what I'm saying, looking like the Virgin Mary. Yeah. Everybody tiptoeing around you, walking on the eggshells. Don't want to answer the wrong questions to get you flustered. Yeah. The chitlin circus. Absolutely. Yeah. The cloud chasing is definitely not over. People saying LeBron was gonna get everybody. You name it. TD Jakes, Oprah Winfrey. The Diddy trial put Wendy number 2 on the map. Hey. Yeah, about anywhere between a year to 4 years. That's what it's gonna be. The book coming. Her lawyer is one of them. Cassie doesn't even have an NDA. Yeah, so yeah. The book, the movie, you got it. Somebody got to tell the story.
Do we even want to hear the story?
I want to see the movie. I damn sure want to see the movie. You know, if they do it right now, they gotta hire Derek Luke, the dude that played him on Notorious. Yeah, bring him out of retirement wherever he is, and let him play Diddy, and make him evil as hell. Yeah. Real talk. Yeah, so that's what it is. That's what it is, fam. Man, we at the 2-hour mark. I'm finna put it down, man. Salute to everybody that's been rocking with us. Salute to DJ Sipsoft and my dog, Cypress TV. Reflections with Kimberly Wilson, Divine Black Rose, James Key, my dog, Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Man, listen, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. Even if you don't watch the content, you get entered into a drawing for one of 2 of EA Sports college football, whichever system you play it on. You play it on Xbox, cool. You play it on PlayStation, cool. You need it on disc, cool. You want a card to get it downloaded to your son's Xbox or PlayStation, cool. He got you. He covered all the bases. All you got to do is go over there and hit the subscribe button. Yes. Help out an up-and-coming YouTuber. I'm talking about. Lucky me. I appreciate you, dog. Jonathan Boyd, the boss. What's up with it, man? ZK, Wrench Mob. I appreciate you. Salute to everybody. Divine Black Rose, you already know what it is, sis. You know what I'm saying? If I can't depend on nobody, I know I can depend on you. And that damn ZK. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all of y'all, man, for rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you enjoyed the content, man. This is another one in the books. And like my boy said, it's that simple. Robert Hill, man, salute to you, bro. I tell you what. Let's see. Let me see, is that the same one? Nope, that ain't it. Cash App floating at the bottom of the screen now, Kimberly. The Alabama Hitter, $ the Alabama Hitter. Yes, indeed. So this is Sharp's Let me see. And this is the link to go sub the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Yeah, right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, we'll talk Ohio State football too. We'll talk about them too. It's all good, fam. It's all good. Yeah. But yeah. If y'all want to support the channel, the Cash App is floating right at the bottom of the screen. $ the Alabama Hitter. Show some love if you can. Highly appreciate it. But yeah, if you hit that link right there, it's gonna take you right to my partner Sharpshooter Sports Talk. You know what I'm saying? We talking Crimson Tide, we talking Tennessee Vols, we talking Miami Hurricanes, you know what I'm saying? We talking the Hogs, we talking Texas Longhorns, Ohio State Buckeyes, Michigan Wolverines, UCLA, LA, USC, and Coach Prime. Whatever come up. And they talking basketball too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, rock out with your people, man. Rock out with your people, man. You don't like these YouTubers that come on here with a bunch of slander and, you know what I'm saying, making up lies, and support some up and coming YouTubers that, you know what I'm saying, loyal to the soil. That way. Salute to Cypress TV. Salute to Sipsaw. And we finna check out this thing, man. Y'all know how we do it. It's your boy the Alabama Hitter. And until the next time we decide to spin, I'm in the wind. Live from the 205. Y'all know what it is.